morning and welcome back to First News Saturday. We're bringing back our cooking segment, Cookin' on Wheels. It's a chance to spotlight of one of Fort Wayne's many fine food trucks, and today I'm actually standing inside a bus, a food bus. This is Street Chef, and I'm joined right now by Chef Eddie Ribel. Good morning, and thanks for bringing your bus out here to Wayne TV.
Thank you for having me.
So, what gave you this concept to turn a school bus into a food bus?
Very easily. I mean, I love to cook, and nobody's been doing a school bus in Fort Wayne or in general in Indiana, so I was like, hey, let's give it a shot and let's see what we can do. And the local support of the local communities helped out tremendously.
This is awesome, and it's really cool to be standing inside where there once were seats, you know, what you would normally ride in as a kid going to school. Let's talk about what we're going to whip up here today, and we'll talk about how you created this bus. So what are we going to make this morning?
First, we have the Steve-O special. I also do an Italian dip, and then also a Philly, and then I also do a fire dog sandwich and a meatball marinara. Today, we're doing the Steve-O special. It's basically your biscuits and gravy. Ooh. This morning, I think would be fitting to start out with biscuits and gravy instead of coming out at 7:15 in the morning. I mean, to do a sandwich, which is good, but let's do this biscuits and gravy. And I don't know how you do this, Rob, to come in at 3:30 in the morning to do the First News Saturday. I mean,
it's rough. You get used to it, but I mean, biscuits and gravy are good all day long.
Yeah, this is a basic staple and almost in the Midwest and what your grandma used to make and cook.
And you mentioned that while we were talking and during the commercial break, a lot of your food is locally or at least regionally sourced.
Yes, and I try to buy American as possible. Most importantly, buy local. All my produce I'm going to get local here in Fort Wayne. Go right now about 30 green peppers, so that's quite a bit in 1 week. And my numbers are always going up when the community knows about Street Chef. So yeah, I mean, got to keep it local as much as possible. And
I wanted to mention too, you know, if you haven't seen Street Chef driving around the streets of Fort Wayne yet, that's because this thing is brand new.
Yeah, I've only been open this is my 14th day, so I thank you for allowing me to come in and debut my bus on TV like this. This is a great opportunity.
Oh, absolutely, and we love to spotlight local. We're going to be talking to you throughout the show, but I did want to talk about your specialty. What's your background with food?
I'm born and raised here in Fort Wayne and went to Ivy Tech Culinary Art School. We're ranked 7th in the country. It's not how much money you put in your education, is what you get out. Like I said, Ivy Tech, we're ranked 7th in the country. It's a good program here in Fort Wayne, locally, you know. So, and also went over to IPFW. So Chef Alan Eiler ran our program there now. He's passed away. Another chef has taken over. But like I said, you throw Johnson, Will, and CIA, I can compete with those guys.
That's awesome. Well, we're going to be talking to you throughout the rest of the show this morning, and we want to hear how you took this school bus and took the seats out and changed it into a food bus. We'll be talking about that in a couple of minutes. And welcome back to First News Saturday. Today we are Cookin' on Wheels. It's a chance to spotlight one of Fort Wayne's many fine food trucks. Our city is full of them, and one new one that you'll see driving around the streets of the Summit City this summer is Street Chef. I'm actually inside a food bus. This is Chef Eddie Ribel. Good morning, and thanks for joining us outside Wayne TV.
Thank you for having me again.
So we were talking earlier about, you know, your inspiration for starting a food truck, but this is unique in that it's actually a full-size school bus. So let's talk about how you converted what normally people would be riding in going to school, and you're using it for a food truck.
Yeah, the concept is very easy. Fort Wayne is, they love food trucks, and I'm like the 20th one this year. So that's how many food trucks we have in Fort Wayne. It's a big deal now. It's a billion-dollar industry. Right now, I'm making an Italian Philly with the au jus. And
look at that.
Right. So the most key thing here is with this is the au jus has got to be, the temperature has got to be about a 140 to 150 temperature.
Okay.
So you want to layer your Italian beef in there, just like so. Drain it.
There.
Exactly.
Is that provolone cheese?
Yes, that's provolone cheese, yeah. And then also goes on top is sauteed peppers and onions.
Ooh, okay. And you were saying this is one of your more popular dishes. A
lot
of people really go for this.
Yeah, I mean, a good Italian sandwich, I kind of like lived in Philly for a minute, so Gino's in Philly, if you know Gino's in Philly, he uses Cheese Whiz. I'm using provolone. So there's the Italian Philly. Now, that being said, the local support I have here locally building this bus is Northside Plumbing, did all the plumbing in here. Local IBEW, local 305, Union did all the electric. Hafner Paints chipped in on the paint. Doc Lux did the locks on my bus. Mark with Contract Interiors did the flooring. Actually, I did all the work inside this bus.
That's awesome. I mean, and it's really cool that you used a lot of the local talent, but I guess my question is, why did you choose a bus instead of just your standard truck?
I like to go big and things like this. I mean, 35 feet long is plenty big, and parking is very a premium with this. So I usually have to get it at those places in about 15, 20 minutes earlier than most people. So it's working out. Everybody is taking, love the idea, love the bus. I can't wait to get out there and start serving our great community in Fort Wayne.
And you've got a lot of room here. You have a couple staff members that work in this with you, right?
Yeah. I have a couple staff members when we're doing like the Food on the Plaza, some big events like that down the road. And when I leave here, I'm going to go park over at State and Clinton, over at Northside Park. The parking lot there, the Northside Plumbing, and come out there from 10 to 12. I'll be out there serving some great Italian sandwiches and sausage, biscuits, and gravy.
And it smells delicious in here. We're going to be whipping up some more of your specialties coming up in the next half hour here on First News Weekend. Good morning and welcome back to First News Saturday. We're cooking on wheels today, and normally when you see a school bus, they're taking you to school. Well, Chef Eddie Ribel, owner of Street Chef, he's going to take us to school this morning and show us some delectable cuisine here. One of Fort Wayne's finest. Thanks for coming in this morning, Chef Eddie.
Thank you. Thank you for having me once again. This is a great opportunity to showcase my bus in Fort Wayne.
Yeah, brand new to the food truck scene here in the Summit City, and you have a rotating menu here. Talk about some of the specialties.
Yeah, I do Italian sandwiches for right now, and when I get my stove, yes, I'm going to create more Italian dishes. First and foremost, the John Bono ravioli is going to be coming out soon. Yeah, I want to thank Fontanini for their support. They're great Italian meats. They're out of Chicago, fourth-generation company, really smooth company. The signs you see on the bus is in Bostic. I want to thank them as well.
So you've got a good lot of local support, and right now we're going to be whipping up, I smell meatballs.
Yes, I have the baller. It's not going to cost you $500 for my sandwich, unlike that pair of shoes you see out there. But with this baller sandwich, what a nice compliment. Like I said, the meatballs are from Fontanini, great company.
Okay.
I usually will put some provolone cheese on that, but that's a simple, basic meatball marinara, what you can find out on the streets on my food bus, Street Chef.
Now, a lot of people, whenever they're going to a food truck, sometimes I'm like, what should I expect as far as, price? What's a sandwich like this run?
All my sandwiches are going for at $7.50 plus tax. I do have sodas, Diet Coke and regular Coke and bottled water, and I do have chips.
And we've got so many events where food trucks are really, in the limelight here. You go down to lunch on the plaza, right?
Lunch on the plaza is on Thursdays. I have Canterbury Green on Thursday evenings. Wednesday evening, you have Redeemer Church on Rue de Sol. We gather all the food trucks. I believe we had like 15 last Wednesday.
That's awesome.
Out of the 20, yeah, in a simple parking lot. So Fort Wayne is growing on that aspect. I used to go there about 8 years ago. There was only 4 or 5 trucks. Now there's 15 there.
I know, right?
So yeah, I mean, it's grown. I mean, people in Fort Wayne love food, and they love food trucks, or in this instance, food bus.
And what's your favorite part about running this food bus? I know you've only been doing this for about 2 weeks now, but I'm sure you get to meet some great people.
Yeah, I enjoy the community. It's great to serve our community in Fort Wayne, and people love the ideas. Like, you know what? I used to ride the school bus when I was a young kid. Can I come inside? So I bring them inside, and they like, wow, this is really cool to redo a bus into a food bus.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I've seen school buses made into RVs, but I've never, I can honestly say, seen a full-size school bus made into a food truck. You said this is 35 feet long?
35 feet long, yeah. Yeah, 35 feet long.
And you've got a full kitchen in here, too. You've got sink back here. You're going to be installing a stove and all of the good stuff to make the good food.
Correct, yeah. And I do have a commissary. I want to thank Wrigley Field. Dan and Beth, they chimed in a little bit ago, and so I want to give them a nice plug in. Wrigley Field down in Georgetown, excellent people. Like I said, I support the local people, and you got to help them. They're going to help you out.
Absolutely. Well, thanks so much, Chef Eddie. Great talking to you this morning. We're going to be talking to him coming up in the next half hour. Now, it's a nice day to be outside.
Beautiful day to be outside. I joined the fun for Cooking on Wheels.
Yeah, we've got Chef Eddie here, the street chef, with his food bus, and we were cooking all morning long here. And Chef Eddie, let's recap some of the food that we cooked this morning.
Yes, we did an Italian Philly, but this is the Italian dip. We also have a meatball marinara. Then we did the sausage, biscuits, and gravy for the first segment, the Steve-O special.
Those look good. We were watching that
Yes,
in
yes.
the studio, and I said, that sounds good.
Yeah.
I'm not a huge biscuits and gravy fan, but they look delicious. I'm going to try them.
Oh,
Right.
yeah. No, after the show, we'll be digging in, believe me. Your food bus is unique because it's a bus, and not just a short bus, but we've got a full-size 35-foot bus here, and you're going to be traveling all throughout the area, right?
Yes, I'm licensed in Allen County with the Board of Health, so I'll be around Allen County. Wednesdays, like I said, we'll be at the Root of Soul Church, the Redeemer, on Wednesday evenings. Food truck, what is it, Lunch on the Plaza?
Oh, yeah.
Lunch on the Plaza on Thursday, then Canterbury Green. If you want to book the bus, go ahead and give me a call. You can go to my Facebook page, Street Chef, or Eddie Ribel on Facebook. Okay. So phone number is 260-443-9836.
Good stuff.
And for
Okay.
people, and just real quick too, for people who are thinking about checking out your food truck, what is your specialty?
Right now I am focusing on some great Italian meats from Fontanini. So we're dabbling on 4 nice, great Italian sandwiches. And then for mornings, we do that Steve-O special, the sausage, biscuits, and gravy.
Steve-O special, you can't go wrong with that. Thanks for being on our show this morning.
Thank you for having me.
Good to have you. And thank you for waking up with us. We'll see you here back tomorrow morning. Have a great day.
Enjoy the sunshine this morning.